Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with V, and if you're new here, welcome. So glad you stopped by. Hope you'll stick around. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Anyway, I have another coffee chat and WIP today. I am working on up on the top part of the canvas right now, way up here. But I will show you the canvas and the progress on it here in just a second. But I'm doing a Paint Along with Friends Landscape Edition, and there are several people who are doing this as well. Becky Sloan, Crafty Chef Diamond, Cuckoo for Diamond Painting, Hoya Bella, Enza's Diamond Painting Gallery, Tita6259. I know that's not her exact channel name, but I will look it up and find, well, I will look it up and find it here in a minute. Agent Tink, and then myself, and Lazy Retired Granny. All of us are doing this paint along with friends. I am actually working on a Dominic Davidson canvas by DAC. It was one that I had that I'd already started and I wanted to get back to it. And I will show you here in just a minute how far along I've gotten on it. But for now, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the canvas so I can show that to you. Give me just a second. Okay, so this is, I don't want to really mess with the phone a whole lot, but this is how far that I've gotten on this. Down here, the part that you can't see down here is a bunch of flowers and mushrooms. Well, you know what, we'll do it anyway. So far, that is what I have gotten completed on this. You can see the rainbow right here that looks really, really pretty. And I was a little worried about this bridge. Let me plug the light pad for just a second so you can kind of see it. I was a little worried about the way that this bridge is looking, but in the camera, it seems to look okay. So, yeah, in the camera it seems to look okay, but I was a little worried while I was doing the actual painting on the color scheme of this bridge. So it might turn out to be okay. And it's got all these beautiful mushrooms down here. What I really, really like about this painting is I start my road down at the bottom down here, and as you can see, it's all colorful and pretty. And then you get to the greens and the grays of the mountains right here. And then you've got the blues and then just a little shade of purple in this up here. So I really do love the way that this is coming out so far. Crafty Chef Diamond was telling us on her last update on her painting about how many diamonds each of our paintings were going to have, and I thought that was really, really interesting. If you haven't watched her video, go and check her out. She's great. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and zoom back in so I can actually do a little bit of diamond painting. If I can get this the right way again. Trying to get it to where I can zoom right in on the place that I'm working at. I think that'll be good enough for right now. I'm working on this part right here. The square that I was working on is about this big, which is bigger than I normally do at a time. My other ones are just smaller squares normally, but this one actually has a lot of color blocking in it. So I decided to do a little bit of a bigger square. Anyway, what have I done today? Me and my son actually gave all 3 of the dogs baths today, which was fun. They do not like baths at all, especially my big dog. So that was fun. We're probably going to have to start trying to do it at least on the weekends until, especially with the beginning of summer starting. So maybe by the end of the summer they will get used to it again, but we will see. Anyway, let me see, which one do I want to do? I want to do the slash. And what I've done, and I want to thank you, Crafty Chef Diamond. She sent me a message saying that she had the key code sheet, and I went ahead and sent her a message back with my messenger, so hopefully she'll see that once she gets off of vacation. I know I watched her video and I love the end of it with the deer and the baby deer and his mama. That was just so adorable. Anyway, but for now, what I am doing, let me go to my photos. Well, where's it at? What I'm doing, I don't know if you can see that. I've got my key code on these 3 photos right here, or 4 photos. And I can go back through each of them, and that's the way that I'm doing it right now. I did have it wrote down. I just got to make sure my phone stays sideways. And normally, so I can keep seeing that without my phone timing out, I have to play a YouTube video or something so that it won't time out on me. But anyway, I forgot to look up the color that I was wanting. Okay, that one's going to be 49, which it's a little more difficult to do it this way, but it's not too bad. Anyway, let's find 49. So yeah, we gave them a bath. Bailey, as soon as she gets out of the bathtub, she goes and tries to rub all over everything, so I had to try to dry her off as well as possible before she was able to run around the house again, because she'll go and rub up against the couches and all that. So, and then Bullet, he's my little chihuahua. He's the smallest dog in actual height, but my older dog actually weighs. My oldest dog, Tiger, I know it's funny to have a dog named Tiger, but whenever she was a puppy, she used to jump around all the time like Tigger. So that's how she really got her name. But anyway, she is actually the smallest weighing dog. She's really old. She's probably 18 years old. So, yeah, she's very, very old. And she gets to stay inside most of the time. We even have a ramp put outside so that whenever she goes out, she doesn't have to go down the stairs. She has that ramp that she can walk down. And we normally, whenever I'm recording stuff, they are not yet out of their back room yet, which the back room leads into the backyard. They've got a doggy door. They can do whatever they need to do. So they've got their own little room back there. Anyway, see, all of this right here is color blocking. And I do multi-place some Normally, I do no more than a 4-placer, but sometimes I just feel like single placing, which is what I am doing right now. I got this pen off of Amazon. This is one of my favorite trays. I believe my daughter got this one off of Amazon, but she's the one that gave this tray to me. And she's actually the one that got me started on diamond painting in the first place. And then I'm just using some normal wax. I don't even know what I did with it a while ago whenever I was scooting this over, but that's okay. I've got plenty of wax. Oh, here it is. Just regular pink wax. The Diamond Art Club wax is a little bit better, but this is just what I had out on my desk. And I've tried using the stuff like blue tack and all that, and I can use it for a little bit. But then for some reason, I always end up going back to just the regular wax. Yeah, you have to refill them a little bit more, but that's okay. I just seem to have more trouble with the blue tack and stuff whenever I'm first putting it in, and then getting the drills to let go, especially if I'm working on a budget canvas. So for me, it's just easier just to use the pink wax that comes with it. And see, all of this right here from about here up, the rest of what I've got here, almost all of it, is this one drill color. That's why I said that's the reason that I did a bigger section, because it's just all one color. And I really don't worry about straightening my drills. Somebody was asking the other day what you do about getting your drills straight. I really don't do any straightening to them. Once I put them down, sometimes if they're really crooked, I'll move them over a little bit, but for the most part, I will just let the other ones around them, once you place them, normally your other drills will straighten out just fine, with no issues at all whatsoever. Oops, need one more for there. But my two favorite multi-placers are the 4-placer, and I also love my 2-placer. I know that's a strange one and you don't see it very often, but I absolutely love that one. Especially if the painting that you have has a lot of confetti like this one does. For a majority of the rest of this, I used my 2-placer on it. But anyway, back to what's happened today. After we managed to get all the dogs their baths and got them taken care of, I've still got to do some laundry here in a minute. But my brother called and asked me to go out to Walmart and get him a few things for the shop, which I did. Went out to Walmart, got the few things that he wanted. Then I get down there and he's like, "Where are the drop cloths?" I was like, "You didn't tell me those." So I had to go back out to Walmart, and he sent me for a few other things that time. So by the time that I've been able to start recording today, it is actually 3:08. I got back about 2:30. So it was about 2:30 before I have even had a chance to start recording today at all. And normally on Tuesdays, I try to do most of my recording on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, if I don't have the kids. I think I will have have the kids tomorrow. I'll have Aiden all day, and then the other two I will get around 3 o'clock. And I'll probably have them till about 5. But it's cool. Today I don't have any kids for the rest of the day. Josh actually went into work today. They asked him to go in and take somebody's place, so he's working today. And so it's just me and my son Joshua. So if you hear me talking about Josh and Joshua, they're 2 different people. But anyway, got all that done, and now I have decided that it's time that I am able to actually diamond paint. And this WIP and chats went by really, really quick. I'm surprised. I will probably put out another update tomorrow, and I'll start out tomorrow with a better picture of what you can see. In fact, I'll probably take a picture of what I've got completed so far and start putting that at the beginning of the videos. But that way I can keep this zoomed in the way that it needs to be. But what else? There was something else that happened today. This morning I got up. I did work on this a little bit. Since I've started this, I've gotten about 2 rows of it done. So now I can officially say I'm about a quarter of the way done with it. And even though I've done this, I'm sure there's other people who will beat me finishing their canvases before I get this one all the way finished. Even though I'd already started it earlier. But it's not a race as long as you have fun. There's no issues at all whatsoever with this canvas. And even right now, I don't even have my lightpad on. And these symbols are very, very clear. That's what I do like about Diamond Art Club. There has only been a few canvases that I've actually had to have the lightpad. I prefer to work with a lightpad. Just makes it easier on me, but this one, I really don't need one. See, if I single place all of these, they're all the same color. So I'll probably switch in and out by doing multi-placing and single placing. And see, well, that one's kind of straight, but I was going to show you how sometimes if they're not completely straight, whenever you put the other ones in there, they do straighten up. Like this one right here, I didn't have it scooted over far enough, but whenever I put the other one in, it straightened it. So that's one of the reasons that I really don't worry about straightening my drills while I'm working on them. I've worked on mini square canvases before, and I've even worked on some of the budget square canvases. Some of them turn out good. Some of them can be very difficult to work with. In fact, I had one that I ended up throwing away, but there's one which is a butterfly budget canvas. It's got butterflies up against a wall. That is actually one of my favorite diamond paintings, and I still have it. And it was a budget square diamond painting. So I don't even look to see if they're round or square whenever I buy them. The only difference is I can do round canvases just a second. a lot quicker than I can do the squares if I'm really trying to do one quickly. And I do tend to, if I get tired of working on a square, I'll pull out one of my round ones and work on it instead. But anyway, this is what I've gotten done so far today. Just this little part of this up here. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I will try to do another quick update tomorrow so that you can see exactly where I'm at on this. And I'm going to go ahead and edit this and upload it today so you'll actually see it the same day as I'm uploading it. I'm going to put everybody that's in the paint along down in the description. So go check them out, subscribe to them. Most of them that I've watched most of the videos, and I will say that I love watching them. There's a few of them that I've only watched the few that were with the paint along, and I think that they are going to do wonderful as well with the YouTube. So anyway, everyone take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.